because of these laws that prevent paradox in the universe, the information has to be oblique. And it's going to affect us in all these oblique, mysterious ways. And so we wind up having these experiences that seem synchronistic, because we can't, it's hard for us to think about information traveling backward and forward in times, like you just like, what, it's much more easy to think that somehow that there's this big pattern and the universe wants this to happen and it's just sort of arranging things, and that's the brilliance of Jung's concept of synchronicity was that it opened people, it gave people a name for this kind of experience that's so universal. The problem with the concept was that it sort of kept people from trying to understand it scientifically. Implicitly, when you say that things are acausal, science pretty much deals in causes. I mean, science likes to talk about causes and effects. And so if you're already saying, well, it's just acausal, it's just synchronistic, it doesn't lead you to actually try and think about how all the causes fit together. Sort of the way J.W. Dunn as an engineer would have tried to fit together what happened in a plane crash. It sort of discourages that kind of thinking. And to be fair, Jung was writing in a time before retrocausation was really a thing in physics. Even some physicists would have talked about it, but because it could be tested, and it just seemed too out there, and it wasn't a topic. In the last 20 years, that's changed a lot, and we can really start to look at causation and causality in a more nuanced way. We have the vocabulary to do it, and that's why I think it's time. I mean, it's great to keep using that word synchronicity, and Jung was really the pioneer in pushing us towards taking these things seriously. But what to me is apparent when you sort of deconstruct these stories, and I do so in a couple cases in my book, you find this kind of fascinating causal circularity where an event in the future influences something in the past, like a dream, but it's because of that dream or because of that inkling or because of that urge to go look at a book, that is setting in motion a chain of events which leads to that future thing that was the cause of the time loop. It's been very exciting to me to kind of think about, to rethink my childhood in a way. It gets you to rethink things that happened to you many years ago, and wonder, well, is there more reason for that thing that I did or that thing that happened to me?